Okay, let's start off by having a look at the final cut of what I've put together, and then after you've seen the video, then I'll explain roughly how I put it together.
In the dark alleys and neon-lit streets of Bristol, the future has taken root. The cityscape is a symphony of steel and glass where towering skyscrapers pierce the night sky and flying vehicles weave through the urban canyons.
Okay, so if you remember this spreadsheet that I did in Airtable, now when I've come to put the final sound effects and background music and all that type of stuff into the edit, then this is what I would go to for inspiration. And if you remember, we generated all this using ChatGPT, and that's all the information that I put in. Now, of course, if this was a professional project, something that I was doing, to really show off to the world, then I would obviously have filled all this information in to continue down, using this a lot more detail, adding information into this as I'm updating or improvising. So I've used this now. Basically what I'm using CapCut because it's just really simple and free, and I can't afford Adobe Premiere, which I would use if I was doing this again professionally. I've used Adobe Premiere in the past and I absolutely love it, and I wish I could afford it. But anyway, so basically CapCut is a really good free way of doing this, and put in basically the folders for the various scenes that correlate with what I've got in Airtable. So if I was doing the whole of this animation from start to finish, I'd input all this all the way down, and then if you go into each one of the, you'll see then I've put all the various elements in there, all this as well. Okay, which is just a way of organizing it. And then basically I've then come and got free sound clips. So I'm not going to go through every single possible way that you could get free sound clips, but there's this site where you can get often some sort of free sounds here. There's I basically just typed in cyberpunk, so Pixabay is a good one. Where did I get this one from? I got this particular one from this website here, chosic.com, I think it's pronounced. I'm not quite sure, and that was quite a good one. And I got lots of the sound effects also from just YouTube Studio, where there's tons of free music and sound. So I got like the city traffic, police siren. So the background music was, I just typed in cyberpunk and this came up, and I thought, it was actually the very first one I found, and it was really, really good background for this particular type of look and feel cityscape. Now, and then 11 Labs was basically what I did the voice over for. I just used I had this one called Student 2, which is quite good. These are the settings I used for this particular one, and then I just put in the script. Now the script, which we could have generated at the beginning of the when we put it all together, and then put it into Airtable. But basically all I did was I basically went back to the I don't know what they call this, the prompts history, and I just put, give me a short monologue script for scene 1, and it came up with this, which was quite good. I actually quite liked the script it came up with. I thought it was quite good, and I put it in. I edited. I'm not going to go in how I edited because this is not a video editing course, okay? But I slowed this down a little bit so it fitted. I took the music down and stuff like that, and I think it was okay. I mean, this is obviously really rough. I mean, there's lots of little things like this. This annoys me, the fact that it's got this here. That really triggers me. What else would I do differently? I would add here, as I was going through this, I was thinking if I was doing this really high end, I would do some stills of like city life, like rubbish, trash on the floor, homelessness, poverty, the roughness of city life, some flying cars, stuff like that. Here I would, edit this a little bit more, maybe some siren lights flashing through the windows, that type of stuff. Maybe a scream outside, just to really exaggerate the fact that it's this rough city. And then maybe go to little stills of the bedroom, like on the bookshelf, what books are on the bookshelf, maybe, that type of stuff. You could really spend so much time in this, but I think, considering that we've only used 3 tools, except for 11 Labs, right, which is really cheap, but all, the actual animation itself, the images, the animation, the sound effects, even this editing software, considering it's all free, I think this is pretty good. So that's how I put it all together. That's how I got all the background music, using all these free tools. So that is the finished product. I obviously could have carried on and done the whole of the animation using all I think it was like 10 different scenes. That would take me a very long time for this video, and it would be really boring for you to watch, and it would be a really long course. So you don't need to see the whole thing. You can sort of see the finished product of the first 2 opening scenes and what I've come up with.